So guys and girls, ladies and gentlemen, my video today is called Los Angeles Troubles, and because I'm in the LA market and because I conduct a lot of activity with my drivers in this market, I believe I'm a voice for LA, right? And I always want the Uber hub in LA, it's down in Redondo Beach, to up their game. But I can tell you something, I am not shy to express or be a voice for riders in LA and nationally and internationally, and I will bring it to Uber's attention when there's anything that pisses me off or when the drivers are possibly done in a certain way, right? So firstly, don't go and increase these fees by 25% when you're bringing in the Uber, the tipping platform, right? It's like, here's a little cherry for you, but we'll take away on this end to, you know, sort of like sneak it in there, sneak it into this new package. Bottom line is that the drivers in LA, nationally, internationally, need to see some benefits. They need to make more money on the bottom line, right? Now in LA, I request any LA drivers to step forward that has experienced these issues, and they are the following. I have brought it to the attention that people were paying up to $5,000 for an Uber SUV license in LA, right? And way back, I've already made videos on this, it's very well documented. I have visited the Uber hub, I've brought this up to their attention and they laughed it off, right? But the bottom line is, on record, I have it on record, that the Uber hub management in LA has admitted to me that there were people paying $5,000 under the table to obtain that license. Now, they did not make that license available to Uber drivers who wanted the SUV license for a long, long time. I would almost say 2 years, right? The excuse, the market is too saturated. Bottom line is, why was the market too saturated? Because they had guys buying it on the black market, right? Just like you can buy illegal diamonds. And they were getting the license for $5,000. This is admitted by Uber management in LA. Shocking, shocking, right? So if you think that the Uber woes are over, they just, you know, massive lawsuit in New York, had to pay millions, got rid of Travis Kalanick, and they're on this cleanup mission, I get that, and I'm still supporting Uber 100% of the way. But I'm in LA, I'm affected, a lot of the LA drivers are affected by this. So let's say you had to turn around and pay a company like me $500 per week, right? Where you could have just walked in and got that LA SUV license the legal way, not the illegal way, right? So you may have paid thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars, right, to an operator like me. And in essential fact, you should have been granted that SUV license, because there was no excuse that the market was too saturated. The market was too saturated because they were illegally selling licenses, right? So I want you to step forward. You have my email. I want you to email me your story if you were possibly affected by this, right? And here's another big thing. I walked in to the LA Uber hub offices, and I'm not really very fond of that. I'll have, out of every 3 visits, I'll have 1 okay experience and 2 negative experiences. They really, really need to up their game, right? Yes, the offices look beautiful, you know, the assistant check-in, going to a desk, all of that works fine, but the quality of the help that you receive by that desk has to improve exponentially, right? Managers should be available and step in when a driver requests that, right? So I'm up front. The quality of that hub sucks, and I hope the manager or the managers are watching, because you guys really, really, really need to improve your game there, right? No attitude, please. Just sort out the issue. I'll give you an example. I went in 2.5 weeks ago and told them, showed them on the app, that my invites are not showing up, right? So still today, they haven't fixed it, right? And I've been there 3 times. I've spoken to a manager once and 2 helpers. Nothing has been done, right? And this is a $70 billion company that that has all the resources for engineers, can take care of any of the top referrers, and I definitely consider myself in the top 5 worldwide, nationally and internationally, referring them drivers, making them millions upon millions of dollars, and they do not even have the decency to make a call to the engineering department and say, hey, fix Torsten's issue. So it's still open, and I will keep that problem going and accrue the damages until these guys wake up and smell the coffee. You can notice in my voice I'm pissed. I very seldom do I get irritated or upset about something. Something really has to bring me out of my comfort zone to get me worked up, and this LA Uber Hub manages to do so, right? I generally always portray a very, very positive, optimistic, upbeat message in all my videos, but when the quality of service and when the caliber of service has dropped so low that they truly don't care a fuck, excuse my French, about the drivers, about the people who are making the money, right? So I also want to share something with you. If you are an LA driver and you've ever experienced this, and I've had tons of people come forward, right? At least 30, 40 people come forward. And again, I want you to email me your story, because at LAX, I brought this to their attention more than 2.5 years ago, that people were using fake GPS locators to fake their position there. They were supposedly at that LAX waiting lot, but they weren't. They were elsewhere, right? And it messed up that entire system, that sometimes people got booted out of the system, sometimes the waiting time was 45 minutes, went up to 60 minutes, came down. Chaos, right? And the bottom line is, it was brought to their attention that people were faking the GPS. Oh, never, would never happen. No, can't be. I will bring you the name of one of the managers who laughed in my face when I brought this up, really. A completely don't care, I don't care attitude, you know, whatever. You bring this story to me, whatever, right? But the bottom line is, today, I can bring out this video on record twice last week. I have a helper at the front desk, and I have a manager admit to me, right, that this is a big, big issue. Apparently they did a sting, and up to 500 people lost their accounts in LA. I don't know if that is true. I hope Uber can verify those numbers, but here's the thing. If you are a driver and you were affected by this whole LAX mess up that they were completely fast asleep about for 2 years, knowing it was brought to their attention on numerous times, they have everything on record, right? And you lost money, right? Because somebody else who was cheating the system took the trip away from you. So speak up, bring your story to me. I want to package that up. Bring your story to me if you tried to obtain an Uber SUV license and you were declined, right? A lot of my friends were declined. I was grandfathered in right in the beginning through a colleague, so I benefited from it to an extent. But they should have readily made that SUV license available to many, many drivers back then, including myself. They should have fixed the issue at LAX right away, because it was costing you money. So this video is about LA troubles. I am very sure around the world, around the country, around the United States, in the different states and the different cities, that there are still issues and problems. You know what? Bring them to the attention of the Uber Hub. Get it on record. Bring it to me. I'll get it on record. And we need to get Uber to up the game, to fix these things, because I'm not losing money. My drivers are not going to lose money. And I will do something about this, right? I'm just collecting as much evidence as I can. I have a ton of evidence already. And I will slap it on their desk in LA. I'm not shy. That's the one thing I can tell you. I'm here for the drivers, and I'm here for my own bottom line. I do not work for Uber. I do not represent Uber. I bring them a ton of drivers. I make them a ton of money. And I'm here to support the rider, nobody else, right? So I'm very passionate about this. Excuse me for you know, getting a little bit heated and using some foul language, but it is what it is. I'll always give you the black or the white. You will never get the gray zone from me. So my friends, drive safe. LA, I want to hear your stories. Love you guys. Bye.